What is up, bras, and welcome back. Now you know what time it is. We are starting our train for the upcoming season of Shifting Tides by jumping on the technical test server and testing a bunch of hidden and known changes. That being said, it is a good thing to keep in mind that this is just the technical test server, so everything is subject to change. But if past experiences have any indicators, then we should be able to expect that most of these will be in the build when Operation Shifting Tides does go live. Now honestly, UB has been doing such a good job with changes that aren't even asked for, and it's actually really cool to see and makes me that much more hyped for the new season. Also, if you do notice any drops in audio quality or differences in my voice, I do apologize. I am currently recording this voiceover on the floor in Japan, so thank you for understanding. Now let's take a look at a few unannounced map changes that are going to be hitting us with the new season. Now of these first ones, we see the ones that I used a lot were the pixel on bank as well as the vault up on the shelf from catwalk on clubhouse to see over the wall on the balcony once attackers open it up. Now we can still vault up on top of the shelf on catwalk, but we won't be able to get the same angle as before. Next up, I'm going to explain the movement speed of Kali real quick. Now UB Mello tweeted this out and explained it perfectly. Now although Kali is a 2 speed 2 armor, anytime she has the sniper equipped, she will actually be receiving a negative mobility modifier. Basically, when you have the sniper out, you are slower than a 2 speed with a normal gun. When you have the CZ out, you're going to be the same speed as a 2 speed with a normal gun. And when you have the pistol, you are going to be faster than a 2 speed with a normal gun. Another change that wasn't announced but makes a lot of sense is the ability to place 2 shields down at a similar time in order to connect and cover big doorways. This does make sense to me to have it in the game, since it's pretty much the same thing that happens when you use just one in a regular doorway, but this is going to be really interesting to see online if it does stay in, and if it does, I can't wait to find some sneaky tricks using it. An amazing change that is confirmed is that C4s and nades will no longer be affected by breakable objects such as these dishes and chalet kitchen window. Sometimes if you knew an attacker was in certain spots and you had to break glass in order to get a C4 out, it would completely ruin your move, so not having to prep certain areas and also have random items get in the way when you're throwing objects is such a welcome change. Now speaking of breakable objects and welcome changes, now you won't have to worry about when your evil eye is being placed on breakable cosmetics. Now before, if you had an evil eye on these glass panes on Coastline for example, and then someone destroyed the glass behind them, it would also destroy your evil eye. With the coming season, this location plus many more won't be a worry for that anymore. Next up is a change to the Boston Bear Jew tribute on Theme Park, where we will see that it is still here, but they also made it invincible, so that's really cool to see. Now if you haven't heard of what the Boston Bear Jew tribute is, then I'll leave a link down below where you can go and check it out. It's really cool. Next up is about the limb penetration that was officially announced, but it's just too good to not include, as well as this new rappel change. Now I have heard some people asking for an advanced option, just like kind of like when we throw drones, but for the rappel, but honestly I personally like it the way where it's automatically made this way for everyone. That's just my opinion though, because I can't see why anyone would want the other version necessarily over this new one, but let me know which one you prefer down below. Next up are some more map changes, but instead of being areas inside, we're going to be getting a new look at the end screen locations on some of the maps. The ones that I've seen so far are on Bank and Consulate. Next up is a nerf that is hitting pretty hard, and this is happening to the new Echo drone, which completely changes its camo. Now I have heard that Legion also had a change like this, but when I did test it, it did look the same to me as before. Now this Echo drone change is pretty big, so I think they may tweak it a little bit before the final version. So if you're an Echo main, I wouldn't start screaming quite yet. Like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot is still going to change, and I really can't wait to see the final version. Now a confirmed nerf is the Jackal one that's coming, where he won't be able to scan from below, plus some other differences, but that was in the patch notes, so I'll have that linked down below if you want to read more into it. Another super random change that was unannounced is that they are changing the crouching position of operators while they are on their cameras. This is the same position that it was a couple seasons ago, and if you remember from the last season change video that I did, they changed it to like a potty squatty ass to grass position that looked really uncomfortable. But it looks like they're going to be putting it back to the one knee down squat that looks so much more comfortable. Next up is the awesome change to Terrorist Hunt, where we see that warming up is now going to be that much smoother and consistent because the bots aren't going to be having huge drastic flinches when shot in the body or limbs. This is going to mimic actual players and be really helpful to make T-Hunt that much more of an asset when warming up for online matches. Now next up, this was done because of so many requests that I've been receiving. Now with each new season, so many people feel like there are a bunch of SMG changes with the recoil, so I did a bunch of comparisons of the secondary SMGs so that you can take a look at them for yourself. Now honestly, nothing stood out to be insanely different, and I don't know if it was in my head or not, but the SMG-11 did seem like it had a little bit less of a horizontal recoil. But again, it was so hard to tell, and compared to the other seasons, I wouldn't count on there being any drastic changes with the secondary SMGs. Anyways, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you know of any more hidden changes, be sure to comment them down below, and if we can keep discovering more hidden changes, maybe we will have enough to make a part 2 with the Coconut Bra fam. Now, I love you all. If you made it this far into the video, I apologize for any of the audio quality differences, and I truly thank you for understanding. I'll see you all very soon in the next video. I love you all. Peace.
Infinite power.